for me, with being out of the game for so long and having to adapt to some of the changes, that wasn't part of my equation really when I started thinking about with the guys to do this again. Because you can't really speculate on something that you truly don't know. And I've been privy to the expansion and utilization of social media, and it's awesome, right? But once we hit the road, seeing changes of bands playing to tracks and things along those lines were definitely just very strange, because we're bass, we're guitar, we're drums and vocals. We don't have any help in that regard, and maybe seeing the way that the fan connection is a little different now, and I think it's abused and monetized. And if you can see my jaw clenching, it just pisses me off, because now that I had time off to realize the impact that I've been lucky enough to have on individuals that I do not know, and now I'm finally getting to meet them and getting to know them, you can't put a price tag on that. And so just to see people preying upon that makes me sad. So those changes have just, the game's changed. I feel like I'm from the 70s to like 80s, and just how everything went one way, and just like crazy production and stuff like that. But I feel a little old with it, but at the same time, it makes me really happy to know that what we're doing is what I love to do. Like, here, real quick, back in the day, I was very insecure and very self-conscious of all the crazy bands that we were playing with, and they were doing all these elaborate things or doing tracks of some sort, and I was driving myself crazy because I wanted some semblance of that. I wanted to be doing what they were doing because I was so wowed by it. And so now to be able to look around and be like, nah, what we're doing is straight, is huge. For me, and influences over the past few years, especially the last like 3 that I was out of this game, was I stayed the hell out of it, and I didn't listen to anything new, and it's just all my old records from high school or from when I was a child growing up, and so much so that even mainstream, I haven't listened to the radio in probably almost a year, because I can't stand top 40. I don't give a shit about it. For me, it's all bullshit. I'm kind of a little, not so much jaded, but I'm privy to a lot of facts that a lot of people don't know, and I see the way people just fall prey to it or fall victim to it, and it's like lowest common denominator stuff, which I just can't stand. I want everyone to maybe grow, but in terms of trying to do something that maybe we haven't done in the past, or what I want to focus on, would just be, I will always make people think. That's what I've always set out to do, like from day one, since I was 15 years old, frustrated in high school, writing in my journal. If someone were to find this journal, I wanted them to be able to like evoke some thought. But it's, a lot of people sell themselves short, and a lot of people get down on themselves. And so if anything that I can do to inspire individuals to pursue their passions and pursue like what's true to them, is number one, I just have to ride the line of not being too cheesy with it and straightforward, but that falls into just trying to say the same message just in a different way. But I think our generation has a lot more in us than we're willing to pursue sometimes, for maybe fear of not being cool or fear of failure. But I mean, I'm flawed, you're flawed, we're all flawed, so why don't we just try and improve? And it's like, this is weird, but shit like Jersey Shore and stuff like that, finding out that was on, I never once saw an episode because I'm the guy who, like, if you hear someone who's like, oh dude, this is so stupid, I'm like, okay, cool, keep it away from me, you know what I mean? I don't have to like follow the flock and just like, oh yeah, but this drives me nuts is well, it's a guilty pleasure, like Honey Boo Boo, right? Oh my God, like I've only seen commercials for this shit, and I honestly think there is no God, just based on like a show like this. I'm sorry, but people, the common response is like, well, it's easy, it's entertainment value and stuff. It's like, well, lift your standards a little bit because that's crazy. And then oh God, I could talk about this kind of thing for hours. But yeah, this time around, I just want to hopefully instill in people that they can do some crazy shit and they should try it. This is Shaant from Cute is What We Aim For, and Pup Fresh is fresher than your parents' dry cleaning.